You know how some movies just kind of fall in the cracks? You know of this movie, but it takes you forever to getting around to watching it. And then you finally watch it and you're like, what? What did I just watch? We're going to talk about one of those movies now. From the crypt, from the crypt. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to From the Crypt. I'm Derek. It's still October, so I'm watching spooky movies like I do all other 11 months of the year. But this one was recommended to me from my buddy Matt, so shout out to you, Matt. You have not steered me wrong. Will you this time, though? Just have to tune in and see. Tune in. Jesus, I sound old sometimes. Just have to get to the end and you'll know. But the movie in question is Cherry Falls. This was directed by Jeffrey Wright and this was released in the year 2000. And actually, I showed this off in my Halloween Aftermath video. I just recently picked it up on Blu-ray too. So, super stoked. Always love growing my collection. Now, I am going to be talking spoilers for Cherry Falls, so you've been warned. Super quick plot synopsis. A killer is killing virgins in the town of Cherry Falls, Virginia. Okay, pretty straightforward. Who is in Cherry Falls? Well, we have Brittany Murphy as Jody, Michael Biehn as Sheriff Brent, and Jay Moore as Leonard Marlston. So, what's good about Cherry Falls? This movie, the one thing that I think it'll be remembered for is the fact that it flips the age-old trope where, oh, you're banging in a horror movie, you're dead. You're dead. You're not going to survive. This flips it. It's like, oh, you haven't banged? You're going to die. So that's very, very unique in my opinion. And definitely gives it its littleness to stand out, to be just a little bit different from the slashers of that time. Brittany Murphy, R.I.P. first off. Her and I actually share the same birthday. I debated on holding back this one until her birthday, my birthday. But I wanted to get this out and I wanted to talk about it because I've already had a movie planned for my birthday for quite a while now. But nonetheless, Brittany Murphy was great in this movie. And it's still crazy and sad that she is gone because she was a good actress. She left us with a lot of good stuff. So I'm glad she left her mark on horror in this movie. Michael Biehn. Come on, son. Aliens is like my second favorite movie of all time. I love Michael Biehn. Terminator, it's going to be in my top 20. Technically, he's in Terminator 2 Judgment Day, like the director's cut of that. That's my third favorite movie. So he's recent hicks, okay? Like, Michael Biehn's awesome. The one big thing about this movie that is funny is, and the teacher, or I believe it was the principal, he was like, what do we do? Tell everybody that the killer's off and virgins, then they just go have a big fuck fest? That's exactly what happens. It's like the kids all find out and it's like, oh man, we gotta start laying pipe. Freaking fierce. And yeah, it's just this movie has a lot of humor in it and it is intertwined with just the darkness perfectly. Like, it does a very, very good job of that. But this movie does have flaws. So, what's bad about Cherry Falls? Like, the one thing that sucks for this movie, and it's not even like the movie, is that it had such a hard time finding a I can't think of it. It had a hard time getting released in the United States. Overseas, I guess they're like, oh, Teenage Orgy? Okay, whatever. We'll distribute it. But in the U.S., people were still uptight and butthurt about it, which, now the way to circumvent that is go Terrifier style and just release it unrated and say F the MPAA or MPA, whatever they are now. F them. The kills, they're kind of lacking. And you can tell because this was made, like the only way this got released in the United States was being put out on USA Network. You know, where like Monday Night Raw used to be, and I think SmackDown's on there now, but what are some others? Psych. Love Psych. It's on the USA Network. So this movie was really hindered by the fact that it had to be for TV, and the kills are lacking, and the heightened sexual tension that's going on with everybody, it's definitely toned back as well. And you can tell that when you're watching it. So you kind of, I don't want to say you got to give it a pass, but you got to definitely have that in mind when you're watching the movie. Okay, one thing that doesn't make sense to me in this movie, and like if you see me looking over here, I got my notes on my screen. At one point, Brittany Murphy's boyfriend he's just wanting to get all up in it, wanting to freaking bump uglies in a car, which is, you know, you're a teenager. I get it. I remember those days. It's uncomfortable. No. And then she doesn't want to, but then they kind of break up. I don't know, makes no sense. And then later on in the movie, like, she is, like, all up. She's down to clown, you know. And then he's like, no, I can't. It's like, what changed? You're a teenage dude. You don't do that. No. What? Any teenage guy ever, or somebody that's been a teenage guy, I should more correctly state, that situation happens to them, that goes different 11 times out of 10. 11 times. No. It just didn't make any sense. You just want to have sex with me because of your dad. What? Like, fuck. Oh, man. Another thing I don't remember being when I was a teenager is, like, horned up to the max and, like, being as douchey as these guys are. And it's not just this movie. It's literally, like, any of the slashers that involve teenagers and sex. So that's a good majority of them, if I'm being 100% honest. But I like, when they get turned down, like, it's always, like, something dumb. Like, they're like, no, I don't want to. And then they're like, fine, whatever. I'll go bang Susie Taco Tits over there. Guys aren't like that. Like, come on. Do us a little bit of justice. And if you were like that when you were a dude, when you were a teenager, I'm glad you got turned down, because you're a piece of shit. The end. Girls say no. It's all good. Patience. Come on. Last thing. The killer reveal was entirely way too obvious. I will say, Jay Moore being the killer I predicted, just because of the fact that he was Jay Moore. I mean, 9 times out of 10 in these slasher movies, you look at, like, who is the highest billed actor that is not, like, one of our obvious main good guys? Like, and I'll give you 2 examples. Scream 5 and Scream 6. Because Huey, like, but when they announced he was in the movie for Scream 5, I was like, he's one of the killers. Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Lo and behold, he was a killer. Dermot Mulroney in Scream 6. They tried to swerve me with that, but I was like, no, I'm not buying that. He's one of them. Look what happens. So, I saw that coming from a mile away. And there is one line that is hilarious that I'll go ahead and we're just going to go back in time. What's good? Class dismissed! During the gigantic sex orgy of teenagers. This movie was a hoot and a half, I'll say that much. So, let's just move on to rewatch by review. Would I rewatch Cherry Falls? Yes. Would I buy it? Matt told me to. I did, and I do not regret it. What score would I give Cherry Falls? I'm going to give Cherry Falls a 7. This one's weird because it's not a bad movie, but it also at the same time, it's not really great or good either. It's just a lot of fun. And I'm going to paraphrase what Matt said. Cherry Falls was basically like an 80s movie that was made in the 80s, Frozen, and then carried up into 1999 or 2000, and then thawed out, and boom, that's what we got. I know I paraphrased that terribly, Matt, but you get what I'm saying. This movie's just a lot of fun, and it's out there. It's unique, and that's, I guess, where the positivity is coming from me for this movie. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch if you have not seen it. That will do it for Cherry Falls, guys. Make sure to comment your thoughts down below and let me know what you thought. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed yourself today, and consider subscribing. We're pushing for 200. Can't do it without you. I need your help. Yeah. But until next time, have a good one, guys.
From the crypt, his voice will rise.